In this video, we're going to solve these two trig equations for x, where x is between 0 and 2 pi. We'll be working in radians, and I'm going to show you how to use the special angles and the unit circle relationships to find our solutions. One technique I find especially useful is using the sine and cosine waves to help identify where sine and cosine are equal 0, 1, or -1. This can make it much easier to see exactly where our solutions occur between 0 and 2 pi. So let's start with the first equation and work through it step by step. So the first one, 2 sine squared plus sine x equals 0. So the first thing you need to do here is factor this. There's the greatest common factor, which is sine x. And you end up getting 2 sine x plus 1 inside the brackets equals 0. And therefore, this sine x by itself, it will be 0. And this here, sine x will be -half for this to give you 0. And you could just take it aside and solve it. So you go 2 sine x plus 1 equals 0. And 2 sine x equals -1. Divide both sides by 2 and you end up with sine x equals -1/2. And now I'm gonna start solving for x. And since sine x equals 0, we go to the sine wave. And you could see from the sine wave, sine x equals 0 at angle 0, pi, and 2 pi. Except 2 pi is not in the domain between 0 and 2 pi. So both answers will be x equals 0 and pi. And now the next thing, we have sine x equals -1/2. For this, we're going to use the unit circle. And as you know, we have all students take calculus, all positive in the first quadrant, only the sine is positive in the second quadrant, only the tangent is positive in the third quadrant, and only the cosine is positive in the fourth quadrant. And since the sine is negative, it will be negative in the third and the fourth quadrant. You have to find out what the reference angle is, and the reference angle is always between the terminal arm and the x-axis. Never make it between the terminal arm and the y-axis. That will get you in trouble. And that's the reason why I'm not writing 90 and 270. And sorry, I'm just gonna change that as a matter of fact, because I'm asked to find the angle in radians. So I'm gonna use radians here. So this is 0 pi, because pi is 180, and 2 pi is the 360. So now I gotta go to these triangles here and find out which angle has a sine of a half. So if we look at the 30s, sine of 30 is opposite over hypotenuse. So it's the sine of 30 is 1/2, and 30 in radians is pi over 6. So my reference angle here would be pi over 6, and here would be pi over 6. Now, x1 would be, so you always measure the angle from 0. So you're measuring this first angle right there. So the first angle would be basically pi, and add the reference angle, which is pi over 6. So it'll be pi plus pi over 6, which is the same as 6 pi over 6 plus pi over 6. And that will give you 7 pi over 6. So here's an answer. And then x2 is, you're measuring the angle from 0 as always. And you're going all the way through here. If you want to find out what that angle is, just go all the way to 2 pi and take away the reference angle pi over 6. So it will be 2 pi minus 2 pi over minus pi over 6, which is the same as 12 pi over 6 if you want to do common denominator, minus pi over 6, which gives you 11 pi over 6. And that's your second answer there, of course, and there's also your answer. So you have 4 answers to this. Now I'm gonna go to the second one right here. And again, I see a greatest common factor, which is cos x. And I'm gonna get cos x minus 1 in the bracket equals 0. And therefore, cos x equals 0 from here, and then cos x equals 1 from here. That's what makes this expression 0. Now, I don't have to do any of this here because, as I said, the sine x, cos x, they equal 0, 1 or negative 1. All you need to do is just go to the graph. So now, cos x equals 0. If I look at the cos and where it equals 0 right here and right there. So the angle for this will be x equals pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2. And for cos x equals 1 is here and there, but we can, so it's at angle 0, at angle 2 pi, but 2 pi is not in the domain as I mentioned. So here x would equal just 0. And these are your 3 answers. So this is a lot faster if you're using these 2 sinusoidal waves. And there we have it. We solved both trig equations using special angles, radians, and the sine cosine waves to find all of our solutions between 0 and 2 pi. Remember, when you're solving these equations, knowing the key values of sine and cosine and being able to visualize them on their graphs can make the process much easier. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next math lesson.